Zone 2, a place of past death and slavery from a war fought long ago. However, Zone 2, otherwise known as the Howling Sands, can be a place full with beauty, wildlife, and nature. A few months ago, I discussed every single mob in Zone 1, and today everybody, I'm going to be telling you all every single mob that you can come across throughout your adventures in Zone 2. My name is CanadianFlash, and enjoy the video. Hey everybody, what's going on? CanadianFlash here guys, and today everybody, we are back with another Hytale video, and in this video we're going to be talking about every single mob in Zone 2 and where you can find them in the Howling Sands. If you're new here and you want to show support to the channel, then please go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe. The plan is still to reach 10k subscribers by the end of the year, and I can't do that without all your help. So with that being said everybody, let's get right into the video. Zone 2 is a very habitable zone for a bunch of different mobs in Hytale. So far we have confirmed 36 different mobs that actually live in Zone 2 that we've seen in a bunch of screenshots, video clips, and everything like that. So we're going to start off listing them in alphabetical order for all you OCD people out there. So the first mob is the Antelope, and this is a deer looking type mob that you can probably see in the plains of Zone 2. After the Antelope we have the Armadillo, which is a shelled kind of, I think, rodent, which is small in real life, but in Hytale it's actually quite big. You can find them in some more hilly areas of Zone 2. We've only gotten one screenshot, so it looks like a hill area, so I'm going to say you can find them in a hill area. Next up is the Cacti, and the Cacti is, well, you can tell by the name, it is a cactus. It is a sneaky, stealthy cactus mob that you probably don't want to mess with in Zone 2. It'll run up to you and hit you and I guess make you take damage because it has spikes on it. So Cacti, another cool mob you can find probably in any area of Zone 2 if you ask me. Probably more in sandy areas though. Next up, these two mobs go together. It is the green camel and the red camel. I believe the red camel is the male camel and the green camel is the female camel, just from what it looks like in the screenshots. Both of these mobs can probably be found throughout Zone 2, and from the screenshot that we have of them, looks like they're in some more like residential type areas, so maybe near some like Farron camps or something like that, or some old settlements, who knows, but you'll definitely be able to find them in Zone 2. Next up we have the crab, and this is one of those mobs that can probably be found in like every single beachy area, but I'm going to throw them in Zone 2 because there's a lot of sand and crabs do like sand. Crab probably found anywhere, but I'm just going to put them in Zone 2 for now. After this we have the crocodile, and we finally got a good screenshot of the crocodile besides the one on the little website page where it's a little blue because it's just in the background. But the crocodile can be found in some sort of little waterish, maybe some more luscious areas of Zone 2 where, you know, there's some plants, some trees that they can hide under to keep cool, also with some water. So crocodile, really cool mob. Probably don't want to fight them either because they'll be pretty dangerous. These next three mobs kind of go together, and this is the Farron baby, the Farron shaman, and the Farron warrior. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a Farron chief or something like that as well. That'd be really cool, but these are the only three Farrons that we have seen so far, and they look really cool, besides like maybe like the Farron mom, which we see with the Farron baby one time, but I don't really know what that would really be called. Probably Farron mom. But Farrons can probably be found maybe all over Zone 2. We've seen them in the little oasis biome. We also see them in like the hillish plains type areas, so who knows, I guess they could be found everywhere in Zone 2, which I guess is pretty cool. Next up we have the Flamingo, and the Flamingo we've seen I think in one, maybe two screenshots, and they can be found in the Oasis biome in Zone 2. After this is I think the newest mob on this list, and this is the Gecko. The Gecko looks to be a mob that we found in some sort of maybe like jungle or edge of jungle into a Zone 2 area. I wasn't really too sure where to put it, so I threw it in Zone 2 because the screenshot we see the Gecko, there is Zone 2 in the background, so I'm just gonna put the Gecko in this Zone 2 list. But it's super cute mob, I love it. After that we have the horse, and the horse can be found, I would say, pretty much anywhere all over the world of Orbis and Hytale, but the screenshots of we have the horse are in Zone 2, so I'm going to be putting the horse as a Zone 2 mob. Next up we have probably one of my least favorite mobs in Hytale. It is the hyena, and for those who don't know, when I was a kid I used to hate the hyenas from Lion King. They scarred me for life, so hyenas, not my favorite mob, and they're going to be in the caves of Zone 2, so that'll be very not fun if you ask me. Next up is another mob that probably can be found all over Hytale, and this is the Wandering Trader of Hytale, the Clop. I'm throwing it in Zone 2 because they can be found everywhere. It says, I think, somewhere on the website, I don't know, but you can find Clops in Zone 2 and 1 and maybe 3, maybe not 4, but definitely Zone 1 and 2 I would probably have to assume. After that, we have the Meerkat, another cute little mob that can be found in probably some sort of little cave-ish areas, or maybe you'll find some like Meerkat burrows in like the sand or in the plains or something like that. Who knows? But Meerkat, super cute mob. Definitely can't wait to interact with them in Hytale. Next up is another mob that probably could be found in like zone 1, 2, and 3, or maybe even the bordering between all the zones, and this is the Parrot. I know parrots do like some more warmish type environments, and zone 2 is probably the perfect environment for them, so I'm throwing them in zone 2. After that is a mob that you'll definitely want to avoid in zone 2, and this is going to be the Rattlesnake. Just like the Diamondback Rattlesnake in the US and all those other rattlesnakes, you definitely don't want to mess with these guys. They'll definitely they'll probably poison you, I wouldn't be surprised, and maybe, who knows, if there's like anti-venom or something, you have to capture some rattlesnake, get its venom, and then make an anti-venom. Who knows, but zone 2 mob, definitely going to be the Rattlesnake. Another zone 2 mob that you're probably not going to want to encounter is the Saber-Toothed Tiger. I don't know, whenever I think of Saber-Toothed Tigers, I think of, is it Diego from, or is it Diego or Sid from Ice Age? I believe it's Diego because Sid's the sloth. So Saber-Toothed Tiger is a mob that you definitely wouldn't really want to fight unless you can tame them, which would be really cool. Hytale should definitely make Saber-Toothed Tigers tameable, but Saber-Toothed Tiger is probably going to be found in maybe the more plains-ish areas of zone 2. You can see them hunting antelope and stuff, so yeah, definitely try to avoid them. This next mob is a very mysterious mob, and this is the Sand Empress. We don't know what it is, but we know it's trapped in a ziggurat, which was made by the Scarics, whatever they're called. We're not sure what the Sand Empress is or where you can find them besides in the ziggurat, but very intriguing. I don't even know if it's a mob either, but still, it's very entertaining. It's very intriguing, so I'm throwing it in the Zone 2 mobs list. Next up, we have the ugliest mobs in Hytale according to my Hytale award show, and this is the Scarics. We have the Iscaric Broodmother, the Iscaric Eggs, the Iscaric Larva, the Iscaric Locust, the Iscaric Tank, that Iscaric Trophy thing, and the Iscaric Workers. All these mobs can definitely be found in Zone 2. They're probably going to likely be your main combatants in Zone 2, maybe besides like the Pharons if you get on their bad side or something, and like maybe some skeletons here and there. But they're definitely like the main, like, I would say lore faction in Zone 2. And quick fact, if you guys didn't know, the Scarics used to enslave the Pharons, and I believe they probably got them to build those ziggurats and stuff like that. So that's really cool. So Scarics are a kind of an annoying mob, I would say. You know, the Broodmother is probably going to be pumping out kids left, right, and center. I mean, the eggs wouldn't really classify as a mob, but they also are an entity, so maybe just kill them. The larvae, you probably just kill them as well. Scaric Locusts are the things that fly around, so they're probably going to be the most annoying ones because flying mobs are always annoying. The tanks are just going to be really tanky, I'm guessing. And the Iscaric Workers, I guess they're the ones that maybe roam around the little, whatever they're called, ziggurats that they build or whatever, or they're like nests. I don't even know what they're called. And then there's that trophy thing that we see in the little portal video. Like that little portal gift thing. I don't really know what it is because it blinks and stuff, so it leads me to believe that it's alive, but then it's not really moving besides its eyes, so I don't know. I think it's maybe a trophy you get if you kill the Broodmother, but I got no idea. We are going into the final third of mobs that are in Zone 2, and next up we have just the regular snake, which probably could be found in Zone 1, Zone 2, and Zone 3, but I'm going to throw it in Zone 2 because snakes kind of just correlate with sand for me in some reason, so I'm throwing snake in there. After this, we have probably one of the more powerful mobs that will be in Zone 2, and this is the Void Spawn. We've seen the Void Spawn in one screenshot, and it looks like it's protecting wind crystals, or maybe it's attacking wind crystals. We're not really too sure, because in Zone 1, we see some mobs actually protecting it, like the little golem, but we haven't seen anything like that in Zone 2. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a Zone 2 golem, but for now, I'm going to have the Void Spawn as the protector or the attacker of the wind crystals in Zone 2. After that, we have one of the mobs that we actually saw in the trailer, and not many people pointed this out, but it is the Vulture. Vulture is probably going to be that mob that maybe when you kill an animal, they'll just like maybe fly around, or maybe if you're like low on health or something, they'll maybe start attacking you. That would be a really cool concept, but hopefully that doesn't happen because that would be really annoying. After this, we have the Warthog. We saw the Warthog in a small little gif with like Timon and Pumbaa, you know, those guys from Lion King. Once again, a lot of Lion King references. The hyenas, the warthogs, the meerkats. So there'll be a mob that you can find in Zone 2, probably anywhere. I wouldn't be surprised. Next, we're going to the undead mobs of Zone 2. And we have, starting off, the zombie. We see the zombie in a little gameplay clip. I think it could be modded, but still, it's a mob that has been seen in Zone 2. I wouldn't be surprised if they respawn in Zone 2, but they'll probably be in every zone as well. Next up are these small Zone 2 deer. I'm not really sure what to call them, because we already do have antelope, but these little deer aren't antelope, so I'm just going to call them deer things at the moment, but you can probably find them in the plains areas. And last but not least, we have the different type of skeletons that are going to be in Zone 2, and for these I have the Zone 2 Skeleton Warrior, the Zone 2 Skeletal Assassin, and the Zone 2 Skeletal Spearman. We've seen a lot of these. We've also seen a Zone 2 like Skeleton Mage and stuff like that. I don't want to name every single skeleton because we could be here a long time, but those are all the different skeletons that I think can be in Zone 2, and you'll definitely want to fight them because maybe you'll get some good loot. So guys, those are all the mobs that are going to be in Zone 2. If I did miss any mobs in this video, make sure to comment them down below because I probably did miss something. It's been a while since I made a Hytale video. And also guys, don't forget to make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget about that. Also, I will be doing a unboxing video for all the PC parts coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And with all that being said, everybody, I hope you all enjoyed and have a great day.